Today is July 31st, 2017. My name is Ethan.
My name is Anthony.
Comic-Con! And other things today.
No, it's just Comic.
Basically just Comic-Con.
Basically just Comic. We don't have an actual topic today because Comic-Con was so breaking, so huge.
Yeah, if you like movie news, this is the best time to be alive. But we also have video game news, so Anthony, why don't you kick it off?
Also, probably the best time to be alive. Do you know why, Ethan?
Is it Kingdom Hearts again, Anthony?
It's Kingdom Hearts 3, boy. Guess what we got?
What, Anthony? Did you get the game?
We didn't get the game, no.
Well, then, who cares?
Who cares?
What are we even talking about?
What are we even talking
Game's not
about?
out.
What are we even talking about? Game's not out.
I'm telling you, it's not going to happen, you guys. It's Kingdom Hearts 3.
We got an official release year, which we have not gotten.
Okay.
It's coming out next year.
Next year. So it's done.
Yes, the game is finished.
All right. Okay.
But basically, when they announced that a game is coming next year, it's not like complete. They're working on like patches for like glitches and stuff like that, and they're working in like, you know, like shading and stuff like that. But other than that, it's playable 100%.
Yeah. They got play testers and
yeah,
whatever.
They're basically they have NDAs with people to play the game, over at Square Enix and give feedback and stuff. So, we got a trailer at D23 with.
Is it a gameplay trailer?
It is a game. It is a gameplay and a cinematic trailer. The whole appeal of Kingdom Hearts is that there's Disney and Final Fantasy characters coming together. So you have,
which sounds stupid, but it's actually pretty.
It's actually pretty awesome. And so the world that got shown off was Toy Story.
Really?
Yes.
So they're bringing in Pixar to this.
Pixar, yes. Well, we already sort of got Pixar. We got Disney Animation with Big Hero 6, that announcement. We haven't seen any Big Hero 6 gameplay, but a couple years ago we got the announcement of Big Hero 6 that was going to be a world in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Because you jump around from like movie to movie and do things.
Yeah, and you get universe scene where you meet a bunch of different characters, and it's a lot of fun.
Right.
And so, but the thing is,
but it's like Andy's room or whatever.
It's outside, it's amazing. I'll show you it. They go outside of Andy's room. They go to it's set after Toy Story 2.
Okay.
And in between Toy Story 2 and 3. And apparently it explains what happened to Bo Peep.
Oh.
And it's canon. It is canon to the Toy Story 2 and 3 where Pixar has announced that it is a canon story.
Wow. Well, that honestly sounds really fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited. The PlayStation 4?
PlayStation 4.
Okay, good.
And they released... so basically, they started doing this back when the games came out. Sora will change his costume sometimes when he goes to a different world.
Yeah.
And so will Goofy and Donald, who
so they're
travel
like
along.
Aladdin or Hercules or whatever.
But not usually in those worlds. Who wants to see him dressed up as an Arab?
Well,
not
Arabs.
Not this guy. Because they're different than me.
Anthony's racist.
I'm a racist. No. Let's see. Sora Toy Story. But there was this debate on what looks better. The Kingdom Hearts Toy Story characters or the actual movie Toy Story.
Oh.
And it came out that people like the way that the Toy Story of Kingdom Hearts look.
You mean the art style, or that they literally look better?
They look better.
Wow.
Let me see.
Well, I mean, is this compared with the original Toy Story movie? Because that's not hard to do.
No, it's compared with Toy Story 3.
Okay. Okay. That's pretty good. Pretty good, but I'll believe it when I see it.
I'm gonna show you. I'm showing you his little costume.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Let's see if this is a good HD image.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's not a good
Still not believing it yet.
It's not a good HD image.
Anthony's just going through his Google and having dead air over here, trying to find a picture. What a guy. I'll believe it when I see it. Show me. I don't care about it being... Okay. Alright. That's pretty good.
And Sora and Donald and Goofy, they look like wooden toys.
Yeah. That's cool.
So people are really excited for the game. They said they're going to announce more and more worlds. They're starting the marketing campaign for the game.
Right.
Which we've gotten
Which means it might actually happen now.
Yeah. Shut up. Player Unknown Battlegrounds. Have you played that, Ethan?
I have no idea what that is.
Player Unknown Battlegrounds is gotten pretty popular. It's coming to the Xbox One it's one of those exclusives that wasn't really an exclusive.
Okay.
They announced an exclusive and they were like, well, it's a timed exclusive. Like, they cared so much about, like, during E3, they cared so much about, like, having exclusives, and people were like, you could just have good games on your console. Yeah. You don't have to have exclusives, dude.
So what is it?
It is basically, it's like a survival sort of, it's weird. It's hard to explain, but it's like a do anything you want online multiplayer game.
Okay, so it's a sandbox type.
It's
thing.
like Just Cause 3. It's like Just Cause 3.
Okay.
And it's really fun, but there's talk of it coming to the PS4, which people are really excited for. But here's the problem. PS4 has been generally, they don't do cross-platform play. And they're usually like all the other companies have been pointing their finger at PlayStation. They go, they're the reason why we all like Nintendo and Xbox and stuff, all their games, like Microsoft and stuff, they'll all play with each other. Like my Switch will interact with a Xbox if they both have like Minecraft. I can play on an online server with my friends, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But for you, like if I was like, because like what's it's coming to the Switch? Rocket League. Rocket League's coming to the Switch. I can't play that with you because Sony is like, we don't really see that it's marketable. Like they're just like, they're super against it for some reason.
Okay.
But there's talk about it coming to the PS4, which people are really excited for. So that's really nice. Also in PlayStation news, the PlayStation Plus accounts have got a price hike. Apparently, you still have a PlayStation and PlayStation Plus, right?
Yes.
Do you pay into that yearly or do you do that monthly?
I do the yearly.
You do yearly.
So it's something like $50 or $60.
Yeah, it's cheaper than Xbox One, and then you get
like
two games. Yeah,
you pay for a game basically.
But apparently they're upping the price, and people aren't too happy about it.
Well, naturally, I'm not too happy about it. You just told me.
Yeah, I guess they didn't tell.
Do you know what the new price is?
I think it's up like $15, something like that, something crazy. I could be wrong. I hope it's less, but apparently it's like even like, and then like for the monthly people, they already pay more,
right?
And they're going to be paying $2-3 more per month.
So why are they doing that? I mean, it's not like they're hurting for cash.
They're millions of units ahead of their like they ever thought they were going to be. They're selling ahead of the Xbox.
So far ahead.
They're the number one selling console in the world for like since they've kept this since the PS4 dropped. I don't know why they're doing it. People have asked, and they're like, "Well,
we thought we'd take some more money.
We just like money a lot.
Money's good.
Money's fun." Also there's a lot of PS4 news. PS4's lifespan coming to a close.
They're moving towards the 5.
That's the thing, Ethan. They said there was not going to be a 5 years ago. Like a couple years ago, they said, we don't really think that there's going to be a PlayStation 5 because, you could just upgrade your consoles now. People are so into PCs and stuff like that. Like, we don't think there's going to be a PlayStation 5. And now they're saying, like, yeah, in the next couple years, we're going to start wrapping up the PS4.
So what are they going to do?
Exactly. I don't know.
They're not going to do anything?
I doubt that. I know they always want their hand in the console market. I think that they'll probably do a PS5, but they said they weren't going to do it, and it makes them look like they have no backbone or no marketing strategy.
Well, I mean, Sony has to because their movies aren't doing very well. So where are they going to make their money? Selling USBs?
What do you mean Ghostbusters didn't do well?
I mean, it didn't do well.
What? But Ethan,
financially it was a total trash.
But Van forced it. But Ethan,
nope. Answer's no.
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. But apparently they're like, yeah, in the next few years, we just kind of think like even with the PS4 Pro coming out, they can do all do 4K and stuff. It's just like people are kind of over it.
Sony, you're so weird.
They are, but they're always gonna be around.
Yeah, that's true.
Lastly, Pokemon Go. Don't laugh at me.
Anthony started playing again.
Don't laugh at me.
He's an addict.
Shut up. I haven't played much. I tried to play yesterday because there was an Articuno around, and I was like, I'll catch it. No one else in town was like. Actually, there was a few people who came up to me like, are you playing? And I was like, yeah. The new update got me back into playing. They're like, me too, but we all kind of lost, and like it's super hard to catch the legendary Pokemon, and so like I'm like, I don't know.
Really? You mean this Pokemon that there's only like one of in the entire universe?
They're doing the way they do it now is like you're supposed to get like a team of 20 people in and like do a raid for this thing, and then you have a chance to catch it, right? But
so it's supposed to
bring people
community,
right?
Yeah.
But there's not like 20 people to do it.
But there's nobody who wants to play it anymore.
Especially in the middle of a hot day. Maybe I used to be like at Bernie at night. We could do it, but
was Harry Potter Go ever actually a real thing?
What the heck?
There was like an announcement that they were going to do that after Pokemon Go.
I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, I don't know what the idea
was.
But
here's the thing: they had this is what got people back into it, right?
Yeah.
The first annual Pokemon Go Fest happened, right? I'm a huge fan of Pokemon.
It's like a convention.
It was like an event. It was in Chicago, and they were like, "Come on out! There's going to be like all this in-game stuff. There's going to be like your eggs, like you just have to walk to hatch eggs. You're only going to have to walk like a third of it, and it'll hatch. We're going to have like Pokemon that are like region exclusive to like South America, Africa, or whatever. They're going to be here. We're going to spawn them here. Like you're going to be able to like if you complete the challenges, like you'll unlock like the chance to catch like Lugias and Articunos, and then like all the legendary Pokemon will be available around the world. If you guys do this here, right, everyone will catch it, right?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, cool. And so like all the people in the Chicago area started to play again, and all the like people who like didn't quit, so all 20 of them, we were like, yeah, my Pokemon's still strong or whatever. Because like the problem with Pokemon Go is that they abandoned rural areas. So like
right.
Around like Bernie actually has like a lot of Pokestops, but like around like where my mom lived, there was like nothing. There was like one Pokestop, and I was like, this place sucks.
Yep.
So I was kind of over it.
Over it. I'm over Pokemon
But
Go.
Here's the mistake that happened. They did contact sell, like once you have a thing where like even like in Vans Warped Tour, right? They'll contact sales companies, be like, hey, just so you know, we're having a convention, we're having this, right? People aren't going to be on their phone all the time, but we need you to guarantee us this amount of coverage, and they usually do it.
Yeah.
And Pokemon Go did that. They said, hey, all of our people are going to be on their phone. That's how the game works. Remember when the game first came out and no one could, like, sometimes like people couldn't get on?
Yeah.
They had that problem. So it started out the day and everyone could get on, and then all of a sudden, like, T-Mobile, like Verizon couldn't get on, and then T-Mobile. And ironically, the only people who had a good playing experience, even remotely, because even they would have their game crash and stuff, was, guess who, but Sprint.
Wow, Sprint, you won that one.
The worst cell phone network ever.
Sprint, you didn't have as many balls as T-Mobile or Verizon, but you did have more Pokeballs.
Balls. Because they brought up...
Remember those commercials? With
the balls. And they had Jamie Foxx. Hi, I'm like Jamie Foxx. No, I'm the real Jamie Foxx. But because Sprint brought out like portable like cell towers or whatever.
Oh, for Pokemon Go?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. I mean, I guess they cared about their fans.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know what that means. Why would Sprint? Why can't you make your data systems
just work normally?
Period.
Yeah, at all.
I mean, who cares about during PokeFest or whatever it was?
Yeah, but people couldn't get on the game. It was laggy. Like they would spawn rare Pokemon. That was like the idea, like unknowns and stuff like that. People would be like, okay, like that's an incentive to go. Rare things, good things, like you get good items, you meet people, you buy stuff there. So they couldn't do any of that stuff. They couldn't get all into the game. And so whenever people would come up to the stage, like the poor host, like she was just reading her script. She was just doing her job, you know?
Yeah.
And she'd be like, we just need you guys to go out there and catch those Pokemon. And then there'd be like guys in the crowd going, we can't catch them to fix the game. And like there was at one point where a water bottle was thrown at this poor lady.
Oh.
And it's not, it's not her fault.
Yeah, she just got the game.
She just got hired as but props to John Hankey, because he's like the CEO.
John Hankey.
That's how you spell his name, right? He's the CEO of Niantic.
Don't worry, I'm just making fun of his name. Just being a totally stand-up guy.
He stood there all day. Mm-hmm. And he had all of Niantic were like working on like if the people who were like other than like their offices, like keeping like the servers up and stuff like that. They were contacting cell towers, and they had contacted the cell phone companies before, and they were like, "We need this much," and they guaranteed them this much, but apparently that wasn't enough. They were like,
"We need more bandwidth."
They had people on the phone. He stood there. He stood at the end of the stage all day and talked to everyone who wanted to come up to him and complain. He talked to every single person.
Good for you, John Hankey.
It was out of his hands, and he admitted it, and he was like, he didn't like, he could have easily been like, I'm going to go to my AC controlled thing, and all you guys can stay out here in the Chicago heat and like deal with the game that's not working, and I'll pretend to do something. But he stood out there and talked to every person that came up to him and signed whatever they wanted to sign and assured them that they were working on it.
Thank you, Hanky.
And at the end of the day, here's what they did. To fix it, sort of, they extended the like they had like it was held in something called a Grand Park, right? So you had to pay $20 to get in, right, and get a QR code.
Yes.
Which made sense because you didn't want people to be like, I don't want all this stuff, and like I want to be part of Pokemon Go, but they didn't like pay to get in, which happens. There was a bunch of spoofers who like got the QR codes and stuff like that. And they were bogging down the servers too, which didn't really make sense because they were at their own homes across the country. But people had flown in from like Australia, like Niantic flew people in.
Wow.
Like they flew like famous like Pokemon YouTubers. They flew like Unlisted Leaf, who has like 2 million subscribers.
Oh, my favorite Unlisted Leaf.
Yeah. But regardless, they were like vlogging.
Yeah.
And they were like...
They tried really hard.
They tried really hard to make this good, and it just did. So at the end of the day, they're like, we're issuing everyone a refund. Like the thing is, like, some people bought their like wristbands from scalpers, so they paid like a little bit more. They're like, we're issuing everyone a refund, and we're issuing everyone an in-game $100 worth of credits.
Wow.
And we're issuing everyone the chance to catch the legendaries, because it used to be like you could catch it maybe, but they're like, we're just gonna give it to you. We're sorry. We're gonna make this right.
Look at you, Niantic.
But it was just a disaster, and now there's a class action lawsuit against them.
Oh, what a hanky panky. Hanky stanky.
Hanky badang badankies. But that's it for video game news, Ethan.
Alright, you ready for the old Comic-Con 2017?
Okay.
Because we got a lot. We got a lot to talk about. So right off the bat, I'm going to get into the Flash movie, because I know that's your bread and butter. Anthony loves the Flash. Like a lot. Like a little bit too much. Like he's got a body pillow in his bed.
I don't.
Shaped like the Flash.
That was a secret.
Don't tell his girlfriend.
Don't tell my girlfriend.
Okay, so the Flash movie. Was delayed for a long time.
Because they'd lost 2 directors. It was originally going to be Rick Fujiwara.
Rick Fukunaga.
Fukunaga, sorry.
Yeah.
There's two Hollywood directors with first name Rick and then last name Fuji something. Sorry. And then they had another one who was supposed to be the director of Dope.
That one was Rick Fukunaga.
Oh, and then who was the other one? Then they had another director.
I don't know.
Like, he was like early stages talks, and then they had...
Probably like, Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, he's like, oh, dude, and then he backed out. He always does it. It's like, Steven backs out.
Steven Spielberg, more like Steven Rapeelberg. Oh, called you out,
Steven. Like he was going to listen to this. So, yeah, what's...
Alright, so here's the deal. Flash movie, it's being...
Did they get a director?
I don't know.
They're probably going to...
Yeah.
Chris Miller and Phil Lord are probably
Someone. They're
going to pay them any amount of money.
Yeah.
And that movie is going to make they're the perfect directors for it.
Yeah. So Flash movie is being retooled, and it's going to be Flashpoint. The name of the movie itself is Flashpoint. So they're not backing down. This is it. It's Flashpoint.
It's the Flashpoint storyline.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Anthony, you can go ahead and explain it.
The Flashpoint storyline is basically where Flash. Okay, so this is sort of it. I'm going to break this down as simply as possible. Okay. There is an anti-speedster for every speedster, right?
But are you going to break it down like a rap?
There's an anti-speedster for every speedster, and then there's no other rap because I can't think that fast. Do-do-ba-do.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But so the Flash has the Reverse Flash. Impulse has inertia.
Are they really called speedsters?
Mm-hmm. The DC Speedsters. Okay. But basically, they're villains. They're like their main nemesis. It's like the Reverse Flash is the anti-Flash. He's like yellow, and he's yellow and red instead of like red where the yellow is.
Right. Roadrunner has the anti-Roadrunner.
No, that's not how it works. I don't think. Yeah, shut up, Ethan.
Sorry.
I'm explaining. Basically, Eobard Thawne is the name of the Reverse Flash, and he sort of works in tandem as he's not really a speedster. He's
a slowster.
He isn't like fast necessarily. He moves in time. Like he manipulates time.
Okay.
So he moves time faster.
Right.
So he seems like he's a speedster. Basically he's like known for time traveling. But he always has like this problem where he can't kill the Flash because he needs the Flash to have created him, right? Because the Flash created the Speed Force.
The Speed Force.
Yes, that's what gives that's what gives all the speedsters their power. That's
speed itself.
Yeah.
Flash created speed.
Yes, so
the concept of speed, time and inertia and everything, it's him. He did it.
Yes, he did it.
Wow.
Well,
is he God? Is Flash God?
Basically, he's more powerful. He's like, in my opinion, more powerful than Superman.
All right, so Flash is God. Learned that today.
So he can't kill him. He can't go back in time and just like kill baby Barry Allen and just be like punch that little baby in the face because he needs him to live to create, to give Eobard Thawne powers. So basically, he's at like this point. He's like, I don't know what to do. I can't go back in time and kill him. I can't go forward in time and kill him. Because he's faster than me, and he's stronger than me, and he's always got the Justice League around him or whatever. So he decides to do this. He decides to trick Barry Allen into going back in time, and Barry Allen accidentally, I don't want to like give everything away in the movie, but he messes up somewhere in the past. And once he goes back to the future, everything, like the world is different.
It's like an alternative.
It's an alternative universe. And instead of Bruce Wayne as Batman,
it's Batman's
dad.
Yeah.
And Bruce Wayne, instead of Batman's dad being the one shot and Batman's mom, it was the mom, and then it was Bruce Wayne. And so I think Alan Wayne is his name.
Whatever.
Let's call him Alan.
Probably Martha.
Martha! Why did you say that name? Why did you say that name? That's his mother's name! So basically, it isn't like basically like he like loses all his powers. He tries to like recreate the chemical experiment that gave him his powers. Basically, he ruins his body. It's emotional. Like you like learn things about like if
it's a big deal.
It's a big deal. It changes.
And the idea is that it was used to sort of reset everything in the comics, right?
No, you're thinking of that's not Flashpoint. You're thinking of
Crisis on
Infinite
whatever.
Earths.
But it was still used again.
Yes.
For what was it, New 52 or something
like
that?
Basically, it's very important. It's very emotional. People love the story, but like as a movie for the Flash, that's hard.
It is. It's very hard, particularly for the first Flash movie.
If it's done well, though,
yeah,
that's an amazing.
But
movie.
The speculation has been that DC has been looking to sort of restart, like take the good things that they have and then
like their Batman, like their Wonder Woman.
Right. Well, I don't think they're keeping Batman, but that's my opinion. We'll get into that next. But they're definitely going to keep Wonder Woman, and I guess they probably have to keep Ezra Miller if they're going to do Flashpoint.
Yeah.
So, but
he's on contract.
But once they do this, after that, they can theoretically do whatever they want because it's a new universe. It's new.
Cyborg 3?
No.
Oh.
No, guess what?
I got excited.
Cyborg 2020 not happening.
What do you? I thought it was what?
No.
What do you mean?
It's official. It's not happening.
It's canceled?
Well, they're just nobody has spoken anything about it ever.
So they're like, Ray Fisher, after you do Justice League,
are you excited for Cyborg the movie? And he's like,
if we have a script, maybe.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know,
he just apologizes. I'm sorry.
He's just wandering around the Warner Brothers lot and going up to random executives like, "Hey man, when do I get to do the Cyborg movie?" And like, "Shut up, kid."
We're working on Man of Steel 2.
Yeah, sorry.
We're working on.
We got Gotham City Sirens to talk about.
Sorry, we have so many movies in the line. Yours probably is not going to happen.
Well, I'll tell you what else probably is not going to happen.
What's that?
Ben Affleck as Batman. But
what?
He is denying it. So here's the deal. So last week, before Comic-Con, the Hollywood Reporter, who are very reputable, came out with basically...
Are they very reputable?
No, they really are. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They came out with a statement saying that DC is looking to, quote, gracefully phase out Ben Affleck as Batman.
That isn't... They have a trilogy of movies with Matt Reeves, though.
I'm aware.
So...
But here's the deal. So at Comic-Con, Ben Affleck, during the Justice League panel, was like, "Yo, I love Matt Reeves. I love Batman. I'm so lucky." But he never said, "Yeah, I'm still Batman." And he never said, "No, those things aren't true." He just said, "I love Matt Reeves. I love Batman. He's so cool."
He's for sure doing the Batman.
I'm pretty sure he's doing the Batman, but I really don't think he's going to do after the Batman.
Because they're doing a Nightwing movie.
Right, and Batgirl, so who knows?
Maybe they'll just take over.
Yeah, it could just be a Batman. Nightwing could be the new Batman.
Nightwing could just take over as
Yeah, they could do Death in the Family. I don't know. They could do anything.
I'd like to see that.
Well, I guess technically that's already happened, hasn't it? Since
Death in the Family?
yeah, remember in Batman versus Superman?
Oh, they have the
Robin.
They have the Robin
suit.
thing,
Yeah.
but they don't know what Batman. They don't know what Robin that is, though.
That's true. That's true. They could just do whatever.
And they can go back to it. And it's since the Batman trilogy is going to be noir driven,
Right.
They could be the recap of what happened to Robin.
Case files for Batman, the
Yeah.
world's greatest detective or something. That'd be cool.
That would really be cool.
Who would you want to see be Batman or Robin?
Robin? There was this case for this kid. He was like a 14, 15-year-old actor, and he looks the part and everything.
Yeah.
I saw him in like a couple of things, and he's actually a pretty decent actor. And he was showing, he did like this thing. He goes, it was like a public. He goes, "My audition to be Robin."
Oh, that's cute.
And he was like doing like all these like flips and stuff, and he looked like he could do all the stunts himself too. So I was like, maybe
I say Donald Glover.
just to make him have his hand in the MCU, the Star Wars universe, and the DCU.
Yeah, 'cause why not? Because everyone apparently loves him, which I mean, I like him too. But
I love
he doesn't
him.
have to be in everything.
He does not have to be. Poor guy.
Yeah.
He's working on he's supposed to be Lando Calrissian, and he's just like probably wandering around set like, is this movie still gonna happen?
How about how about this? Who do you want to be Nightwing and then potentially Batman at some point?
There was a case for like what was his name? Not Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but he looks like him.
I mean, way back when The Dark Knight Rises came out, everyone thought
Yeah.
it was Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
Yeah.
and then they were like, "Yo, this was three
This
movies."
was 3 movies, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know because it would have to be like a good, because you have to pick a good Nightwing who then, because Nightwing has always become a Batman.
Yeah.
So you have you just have to pick a good Nightwing, and he'll become a good Batman, I think.
What about Zac Efron?
No,
Why not?
what? That doesn't make any
I
sense.
like Zac Efron.
So that doesn't mean he can be a good
But
Batman.
he's like a young, cool dude.
Yeah, but one that doesn't translate to good Nightwing, and it certainly doesn't translate to a good Batman.
What about Josh Gad?
Josh Gad.
The chubby guy who played LeFou.
Definitely not. What the heck? Why not Jonah Hill?
I'd watch it. Okay, so good news.
Good
Well,
news.
I mean,
Depends.
Yeah.
Right?
I shouldn't say good news. Zack Snyder is probably done with the DCU.
But that was already
No, but I mean, like, he's not going to do further movies.
a decision.
I know, but I mean, it's like for real this time.
Because he was taken off of Justice League 2,
Yeah.
and the only other movie that he could possibly have done was Man of Steel 2.
which I don't think is going to happen because. I mean, they just...
That's a dumb
everyone just kind of forgot about Superman.
Yeah.
They're like, whatever, Batman, Wonder Woman. That's it.
Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, like, I literally forget that Man of Steel is part of this universe or whatever.
It was the first
Yeah,
one.
so long ago. But,
I love watching Ralph the Movie Maker's when he watched it with
he's
his
so
little
good.
brother. When he watched it with his little brother, and he's like, he just tears it apart. Like, I actually liked Man of Steel.
yeah, I did too. It's, I mean, compared to some of the others, it's honestly, it's the, other than Wonder Woman, it's the best DCU film yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Wonder Woman Man of Steel, Batman, Suicide Squad. So yeah, I mean, I didn't really like his style so much when it's shoehorned into every single movie of this franchise. You know what I mean?
So
it's good. Like
for those of you who don't know, he stepped down as director like towards the end of Justice League because his daughter had committed suicide.
Yeah, he had family issues.
And so Joss Whedon, the man that Marvel broke, who said he would never do a superhero movie again, took over as director.
Right.
And is basically finishing up the movie for him, finishing up extra scenes and stuff like that. And he was already on He was already on the writing team.
Well, let's talk about that because that's our next story. Is that he said he would come in and they only had like a couple weeks left and they were going to do all of that, but they added months and $25 million worth of reshoots to the production.
Did they really?
Yeah,
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That changes it from a Zack Snyder movie.
Yes.
To a Joss Whedon movie like that.
Possible co-director credits.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot.
That is.
So, I mean, I feel
because
bad.
I feel, well, also, they're both really good directors. And I feel like, I've always said this, Zack Snyder is a visual director. He makes some of the most beautiful looking, like...
dude, the opening title credits of Batman vs. Superman...
The scene in Batman v Superman where it's the warehouse scene where Batman... Like, that's one of the best Batman action scenes... It's better than any Batman action scene in The Dark Knight.
I don't know.
We have to...
the Tumblr chase is really good.
That is really good. I'll say in the other two, at least.
Yeah, sure.
Because in the first one, we just have to assume that the action is happening because we got a lot of jump cuts with Nolan's.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. And you looked at it and you were like, if there was a bunch of the haters in the movie, they're like, everything about the movie was awful. And people were like, oh, actually, I mean, that scene was really good. He makes good looking movies, but he needs someone who has story. And Joss Whedon, he makes good looking movies too. But he's a very good he knows how to play characters off of each other. So if they were to do the best of both worlds and say, hey, we're going to keep the shots and everything, and a lot of the character development of Zack Snyder's, and say, hey, Josh, because he's famous for he went into X-Men 2 and ironed out the details there.
Right.
And he's famous.
X-Men 2 is one of the best X-Men movies.
He's so if he came in and he went, all right, we're going to reshoot this, but we're going to keep the style of Zack and we're going to keep it good looking like that.
Yeah.
And iron out the story.
Because he's very good at
he's very good at that. Like, he's very good at that.
Even Buffy the Vampire Slayer is like goofy, but it's still
it's comprehensible.
Yeah, exactly.
And so if he were to do that, that changes a lot.
Yeah.
Because people I think Zack Snyder tweeted about how he showed, and this is when Joss Whedon, not Joss Whedon, whoever just joined the team, and he showed a rough cut. Like they had not done no reshoots. It was just principal photography.
Yeah, it's just daily.
Very little editing of the movie to IMDb. Mm-hmm. And it's at that point imagine you have like a yardstick, right?
Right.
And then you have that's how much footage you actually get when you're shooting a movie. And then you look at a ruler, and that's how much you actually use.
Right. Because you gotta cut it all out.
You got to cut it all out. You got to edit it down. Maybe this didn't work. And then you have alternate edits and stuff like that. And they said that they liked it. IMDb said that they liked the movie, but that they said that there was problems with it too.
Clearly.
So, and they said that their big problems were the characters and development and the story issues.
Which is typical Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder. And so if Joss Whedon was able to, if they added $25 million and he's able to iron out what he feels is wrong.
Yeah.
Because he made the Avengers work.
Mm-hmm. No, I think this could be an instance of reshoots being good, but it also could be really bad.
Yeah, we just have to. This is one where like people who used to because I was about to give up on Justice League.
Yeah, I was all sorts of ready for it. Ready to give up. I mean,
and now that there's sort of I think this is going to make people.
It comes out like a few months.
November.
Yeah.
And so basically they have to finish they're probably finished with the reshoots now and everything. Yeah. So they're editing it now, finalizing it. Now they're going to start showing the rough cut of the movie.
Yeah.
And then they're going to cut it down, show alternate cuts and say which one tested better with test audiences, and then show the movie.
Yeah. Well, something that should probably be good in the DC universe is Wonder Woman 2.
Yep. That's good. Everyone saw that coming.
It's officially slated for December 2019.
2019. I can wait for that.
Gal Gadot is back, which for some reason was a news story. I don't know why, because I don't know how you would make a Wonder Woman movie.
Different Wonder Woman. What's going on?
But Patty Jenkins is in negotiations. She has not officially
She's still in negotiations?
But it's basically going to happen. And then something else that is actually going to happen, apparently, is the Shazam movie.
Yeah, that's been in talks for years, though.
Yeah, but exactly. It's been in talks with no development whatsoever.
No, The Rock, he posted a photo like a few months ago, and he was like, just got done talking with DCEU executives. I feel really good about my place in this universe.
Okay, well, good for him. Because it is happening. It goes into production next year.
Really?
Yep.
Billy Batson. Shazam!
Yep. The Rock is playing Black Adam.
He's playing Black Adam.
So he's playing the villain.
That's going to be hard because people love...
Yeah, he's not a villainous...
I hate to say this, but in his WWE days...
I'm not saying
a heel.
He can't be, but I'm just saying it'll be a new turn for his acting career.
Yeah, because in the WWE days, he was what's known as a heel, which is a villain. Like, the second he comes out, people go, boo! We hate you! Get off the stage!
Hey, what does my cooking smell like? And they're like, it smells like failure.
Failure, I hate
you. Well, let's talk about failure. Suicide Squad 2. It's happening.
It's
happening.
Here's the thing, though, right? They have Gotham City Sirens. Who's the director of that?
That's David Ayer.
That's David. Who was the director?
Who did Suicide Squad.
So they're gonna is he gonna take that abuse again?
There is some speculation as to whether or not he's going to stay. But
I would not have taken the abuse from the studio, from the all the stuff that he had to go through.
I don't know why he wants to do it again. That's insane. It's like,
but Suicide Squad 2. Now he's not going to be the director for that, though, right?
No, it's not Mel Gibson either. They have a director now. It's the director of The Shallows.
Was that a good movie?
I didn't see it. People said it was kind of goofy, ridiculous.
Okay.
Which, I mean, I guess it's better than...
Does he have anything else on his...
I don't think so. That's all that I've heard of is The Shallows. Which, whatever. It seems like a very mediocre choice.
Yeah.
But...
It seems like someone they can push around.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have much faith in this. What would they have to do with Suicide Squad 2 to make it good again? Or for the first time?
Okay, here's what they're going to do to make it good. They're going to keep the characters that work, and they're going to have to get rid of... They're going to have to not have so many characters. Okay. So that's a step in the right direction. 2, those title card things.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole terrible editing.
Throw it
out. Make a real movie.
If it's going to be bad, have a consistent bad. I'm sorry.
Okay. So they're gonna bring back Margot Robbie, obviously.
Yeah, and Will Smith.
Probably.
He just did a movie with David Ayer.
Yeah.
On Netflix or something like that.
Bright. They're probably going to do Killer Croc, maybe?
No, he was dumb. What's his actual name? What's the actor's name? It's like something crazy, right?
It's Adewale Akinwumi Agbaja.
I'm glad you know that.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't even remember.
Yep.
He said, I'm beautiful.
Yeah, he was... Okay, so you're right. They'll throw him out. They'll bring back Captain Boomerang.
Because he was dumb, but he was people liked him, actually.
The best character was Slipknot, but he's dead. No, not Slipknot. El Diablo.
No, they don't. He says that he thinks he can come back, though.
But he's dead.
There wasn't gonna.
It's a comic book. You're right.
Yeah. Plus, they didn't show a dead body. They just showed nothing coming up.
Definitely not bringing back the Enchantress.
Nope. So she's not coming back, and I guarantee you that Rick Flag is not coming back either.
Yeah.
So they're gonna keep what works.
And what the other thing they have to do is they have to make it a grounded story. They can't be fighting against some sort of a cosmic being. They have to
because in the comic books they'd go to other worlds and stuff like that, but they still fight against humanoid type people.
There was this awesome episode of the Justice League cartoon. It was called Task Force X.
Yeah, that's what they're called. The Task Force X.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they couldn't call it Suicide Squad in the cartoon, obviously, because it's for kids. But they infiltrated the Watchtower, the Justice League Watchtower. And
maybe they could do that.
Yeah, it was really cool. They could do that. They could do a. I would want to see them like fighting against like a group of insurgents.
People said that people
fight
said,
against people.
The trailer made it seem like they were going to fight against the Joker, and that's what people wanted to see.
Yeah.
They were.
Do you think they'll bring the Joker back?
Here's the thing. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember this, but he bashed the movie and didn't even see it.
Yeah, for real. For real.
He was like, "You could have made a whole movie between me." It's like, well, guess who's not going to come back as a villain? You.
Yeah.
We're gonna phase you out.
And
I feel like you can't even blame his performance in that movie on him, because if you did,
they cut him.
They cut him so weird and edited him.
I mean, he did make some interesting choices. I will grant him.
And but plus it doesn't excuse you being a dick on stage.
Yeah, the whole condom thing and the
sending rats
and all of that.
Abusing. I'm sorry, I'm calling it abuse to Margot Robbie.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
for real. Poor thing, man.
Yeah, honestly.
So they're gonna do the music thing again, though. They have to.
But
they have to do a soundtrack of some kind.
Yes,
they can layer it in somehow. But if they do it the same,
I think that their marketing team is going to tell them to be more consistent.
Yeah, I tried to watch Suicide Squad again a few weeks ago, and I made it like 10 minutes in because just the
it's so jarring
cuts and everything. I was like, this is terrible.
It's like 5 movies in one.
Yeah, for real. So the first Suicide Squad was probably wasn't met with very many standing ovations, but
okay.
You know what was met with a standing ovation?
The cure for cancer. Did we get a cure for cancer at Comic-Con?
No, cure for cancer. Forget cure for cancer. We got something so much more important to talk about. Black Panther.
Black Panther?
We're
cure for cancer.
Over to Marvel now. Black Panther, they showed footage and it got a standing ovation in Hollywood.
For Black Panther?
Yeah, which is interesting because nothing else.
I saw the teaser trailer or something like that.
Yeah. Which, I mean, they showed something that we haven't seen.
Yeah,
the trailer didn't get it. It was a scene or something. I don't know what it was, but it was footage is what they call it.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, it's not been on my radar at all, but apparently it's supposed to be really good. It's
awesome.
February of next year, so
awesome.
Get stoked for that one. You know what else you should get stoked for? Avengers: Infinity War is at least 2.5 hours.
No.
Yeah.
That means it's probably going to be like 3 hours.
Yeah, and it's going to be super bloated. It's going to be probably an hour and a half of fighting aliens. So, get stoked.
Everything they built will fall. I feel like that is honestly at this point all they can really do with what's his name? Thanos.
Yeah.
Everything they built will fall.
Yeah. Someone had better die, man. Freaking Iron Man had better die.
Well, Spider-Man's going to be the new Iron Man. So
yeah.
He's going to.
All right.
He's going to be out
hear
somehow.
me now. Kill Iron Man. Done. That's it. It's that simple. Kill him. Either in the first one or the second one, just kill him. Have him be dead.
Really?
Have there be actual something. Kill him, please.
Kill Captain America, because in the comic books, Bucky becomes Captain America. Then he can't handle it, and then Hawk. The Hawk guy. Falcon.
Yeah. Falcon. Falcon's black. You know who else is black? Lawrence Fishburne. You know, that segue right there.
You know who else has skin color the same?
Lawrence Fishburne. You know who he is? He played. He's the black guy from The Matrix.
Okay.
He's a very good actor. I like him a lot. He's also from Akeelah and the Bee. Yo, one of my favorite movies.
Really? Is it really?
I love that movie. It was like I loved it when I was a kid. He's going to be in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think he's the villain. I don't know exactly. He was called Goliath, so I'm assuming he gets big. He's a big guy. You know.
Goliath. I'm thinking of like the comic book superheroes.
Yeah. I mean, I never.
I know Goliath. Yeah.
Is he a superhero or a villain?
I think he's a villain.
Okay, sweet. All right. Maybe it'll be better than the villain in Ant-Man. Yellow Jacket.
Haha.
The worst.
He looked like he was supposed to be Lex Luthor.
A loser
he looks like he was supposed to be Lex Luthor. Like, honestly.
You know what else movie I forgot was happening?
What?
Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah.
We got news about it.
Brie Larson, right?
Yeah, who's one of my favorite actresses, but whatever.
That movie's not gonna be good.
It's happening, and it's set in the 90s.
What? Okay.
It's set in the 1990s.
Wait.
And she's fighting Skrulls.
What?
Skrulls.
What are
like the alien skull guys from the comic books?
I don't even know.
I don't know what they do. They're Skrulls.
Nice. Wait a minute. Set in the 90s. None of this is making...
I don't know. Why is it set in the 90s?
Why is this... do they...
Has she been a superhero all this time and just not been around?
She's like... Wait a minute. Okay.
Captain Marvel, not Miss Marvel. Oh, Miss Marvel, how are you today? No, I'm not Miss Marvel. I'm Captain Marvel, and I'm in the 90s, and I'm going to be in Avengers Infinity War.
Is she really?
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute. There's so many problems!
Okay, so I used to listen to this podcast called Rachel and Miles Explain the X-Men.
Okay.
And they went through and they explained X-Men, the comic books, because they're just confusing. The continuity is all ridiculous.
Because so many people have helmed them.
Yeah, exactly. So Captain Marvel she's this blonde chick.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is...
But this is interesting. She's an X-Men character.
Is she?
Yeah, she started in the X-Men comic books, so naturally that's not going to happen. And she got her powers by like some alien or something, like it put something in her head.
Yeah, she can go toe to toe with Superwoman.
Yeah, she's super whatever. She's like a lady Superman.
Yeah, she's
a lady Superman.
We already have Superman.
Oh, Miss Marvel.
Oh, Miss Marvel.
So yeah, there you go, Captain Marvel.
Here's the problem though: if she's been a superhero all this time, there's been no notice of her.
No one knows who she is.
Like Nick Fury hasn't been like, I'm forming a team. He's not been
like, oh, I want the most powerful lady in the universe.
And she's going to be in Infinity War first?
She's in one or the other. But I think Captain Marvel comes out after Infinity War.
It does.
Yeah, so...
What?
Marvel, what are you doing?
There's so many, they just don't care anymore. They know their movie's going to get seen.
There's whatever.
Throw it out there.
You guys want a movie about you go, girl? You got it.
You go, girl.
Oh, Miss Marvel. Well, you know what other superheroes getting movie?
What's that, bud?
Spawn.
I heard about this.
Yeah.
Spawn's getting a movie.
Spawn's getting a movie, an R-rated film from Blumhouse Pictures. You know who they are?
No.
They are the ones who single-handedly made horror movies good.
Really?
Yeah, they've done Insidious, The Conjuring, they did Get Out, they did Split, they do all of the good ones that come out every year.
That's good.
It's them. And so they're making, I mean, I don't know much about Spawn, but I know he's like a creepy guy.
He's
like Justice League Dark, but not because he's a Marvel character.
He is.
Or is he? Maybe he's in Image Comics.
I think he's an Image.
Alright.
Yeah. But he is legitimately I think they took him off of serial their serial run for a while because he gave people nightmares.
Yeah, well, they said, quote, hard R. So they're going for it. Probably more than the R-rated Venom movie.
Yeah, definitely more.
Spider-Man
can show up.
Venom Carnage.
They'll have a picture or a movie. You know what that's going to be? They're going to have a video of Spider-Man swinging in the background. They'll be like, there he was!
You saw it!
You saw it! And then people are going to be like, Easter eggs. Oh my goodness, Spider-Man, there's shared universe. There's a shared...
Oh my god. You see how the Duck was in the Venom movie.
Confirm. The shared universe, confirm. Sony. And then...
Man, when's Stan Lee going to die?
Honestly, his wife died recently.
I know. Kill yourself, Stan Lee.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
His cameos.
That was a little mean.
His cameos got from
They're so annoying.
They're
just
so
stop
annoying.
It. It's like
They're
the Wilhelm
annoying.
scream at this point. I'm just like, stop it.
I'm done. Don't want to see anymore.
I don't want to hear it.
If they had a continuation story, if he just remember in Lilo Stitch where one guy kept trying to get the ice cream. I'd rather see that in all these movies.
There was a Wilhelm scream in Atomic Blonde. Which is a very sort of
did you go see?
Noir.
Did you go?
Yeah,
I liked it. Yeah.
But it was this very serious noir fight, and then there was just a Wilhelm scream. And I was like, "What are you doing?
Oh my god!
Just stop it! Get rid of it! Don't put it in any more movies. I'm done with it. I'm done with the stupid Wilhelm scream, and I'm done with the stupid Stan Lee. Just stop.
What's next?
Okay, so Spawn's R-rated. No one else is R-rated.
Rutabagas.
Ruth Nega's Rutabagas.
Ruth Nega's Rutabagas R-rated. Ruth Hagas.
It is R-rated.
Well, of course it was going to be.
Well, I mean, not necessarily.
Was the original R-rated?
No.
Oh, was it PG-13?
I think it was TV PG.
TV PG.
Well, they didn't have PG-13 back then.
It
was a TV movie.
Was it really?
Yeah. It's apparently not very good. The clown parts are good, but then the rest of it is really...
really bad.
Yeah. Okay, so it is R-rated, and they showed scenes of it at Comic-Con.
And
it's supposed to be like one of the best horror movies of the
Did
day.
people like it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
People like the scenes that they saw?
Oh, yeah. Like, nothing but rave reviews. And these are from fans of like horror movies and all of this. Like,
really?
Not just like, I kind of liked this fourth.
I just like everything
movie.
that Stephen King does.
Yeah, Stephen King's Christine is the best movie that's ever been made. So, yeah, I mean, it comes out...
Stephen King's Night Chasers was the best movie.
So it comes out next month, and it might be like an actual good movie in September for once.
They've not shown much of like publicity for the movie.
Well, there's been that one trailer, which has been... Like, I obviously haven't watched it, but everyone says it's like one of the best trailers.
I haven't seen it.
I don't know. So something else that surprisingly is actually happening is Pacific Rim 2.
Oh!
Yeah. Not Guillermo, though.
Oh, what?
He's probably producing, because he produces everything, but he's not directing it.
Oh, okay.
It's called Pacific Rim Uprising.
Is Charlie Day going to be back?
I have no idea. I didn't even see the first one.
I didn't.
But people like these things, so for some reason. I mean, the first one, my understanding is it's very divisive. There are people who are like, it's a good, dumb action movie, and there are people who are like, no, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
But there's a sequel that they've apparently been working on for a while and just not told anybody about.
I've heard about Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all I remember hearing is Guillermo saying he wanted to do it for all this time and then never.
He wants to do a lot.
Yeah, he has all these plans and then never accomplishes anything other than
because he always asks for like
maybe he'll make Crimson Peak 2.
Because he always asks for like $1 trillion for every movie.
Well, he's got that little indie movie coming out this year, The Shape of Water.
Really?
Which sounds really cool.
But that's insane because water doesn't have a shape.
I think that's the idea.
No, Ethan, he's dumb. He's retarded, actually.
You're right. Guillermo, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Water doesn't have a shape.
Water doesn't have a shape.
Stupid?
Stupid. Okay, you know what else is stupid and delusional?
What's that?
James Cameron.
Like always?
Okay, so James Cameron, we talked about him. Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5.
And 6 and 7, 8 and 9 and 10 and 12 and 13, 14, 15.
We don't know about those, but definitely 2 through 5.
Yeah.
Guess what else he wants to do?
What's that?
A new trilogy of Terminator movies.
What? No.
A trilogy.
What?
Anthony, a trilogy. 3 of them.
What is Arnold? How dead does people want to make Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I think they just want him to just have Terminator be like the worst franchise of all time.
Do you remember?
There has not been a good one since Terminator 2, and that was over 30 years ago.
Do you remember Terminator Genesis when... Did you see that one?
I didn't.
There's a scene.
I've only seen the first 2.
There's a scene in Terminator Genesis where, and if you're at home listening, I would advise you just put this down in your notebook if you're at work, or whatever you're doing. There's this scene where it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you know it's just like his face or whatever. But this was a few years ago. Like I think Genesis or whatever was like in 2011 or something like that, right?
No, Genesis was 2014.
What was the 2011 one?
Terminator Salvation?
It was the one before Genesis, I believe. But there's this part where it was like, oh no, it's the Terminator. Like, you know, I couldn't ever follow the story ever.
Right, it's just so convoluted.
And like they're like, bah! Like there's just like this scene and it doesn't make any sense, and all of a sudden it's like, there's the Terminator, and it's like he's not been part of the Terminator. He's not been part of the entire movie this entire time, and like then you see, the entire movie like upset me.
Okay, but
and like you see him, and you're like, I guess that's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they made him look younger than he's supposed to be. But what is he supposed to do now?
James Cameron, what are you doing? I don't understand.
Trilogy?
Nobody wants Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nobody wants Terminator 17, 18, and 19. Nobody wants this. You're freaking 70-something years old. Just stop, retire, be done. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. He's going to die before he finishes these.
Box Trolls 7.
What?
That's just a movie that he's going to make.
James Cameron didn't do the first one. No.
It doesn't matter. That's what he's picking up franchises.
Titanic 2. Return of the Ship. No, I'm kidding. I'm making that up.
I was like, oh my good, Return of the Ship, the legend, the true story of how it rose back up.
There is actually a movie called Titanic 2.
Was it really?
Yeah, it's one of those Asylum movies. They're the ones who make like Sharknado and that. They're the ones who make the movies with like the barely changed titles to trick grandmothers. And
like, Titanic.
Titanic, or what is it? Transmorphers or something like that. I watched one of them. It was called Paranormal Entity instead of Activity, and it was like the laziest movie ever. They just shot it in the director's house for like $5. It was really bad. like really bad. No, but like really bad.
Oh my god!
You want to talk about really bad? We gotta talk about Bond again.
No, they're killing
Daniel
him.
Craig, he's still around. Bond 25, 2019. Are you excited?
They're killing him inside.
Are you excited?
No.
Okay, well I have two things that might actually make you excited.
Okay.
They have a short list of directors.
All right.
Denis Villeneuve, who did Arrival.
I know he did Arrival. He was really good.
And every other movie he's ever done is also really good.
Yeah.
And David Mackenzie, who did Hell or High Water and Sicario.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I like both of those guys.
Like the literal heaviest hitters in the world right
now.
now.
Right now, because after like the 2017,
yeah. Why either of them would want to do Bond 25 with Daniel Craig who doesn't want to do it anymore, I don't know. But
yeah.
I like that they're at least going classy with it instead of being like, okay, we're gonna get the Shallows.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the director of The Bye Bye Man. It's not gonna work. There's no way it can work. Daniel Craig does not like it.
He said so many times, like, I hate it now.
Yeah, seriously. You
and
can
then he's
feel
like,
it watching Spectre.
You look at him and he's like, he's done. How many movies has he done?
He's done 4.
4?
Yeah.
And that's that. You think that takes 2 to 3 years to produce each one?
Definitely.
Like, he's over it.
Yeah, he wants to be doing things like Logan Lucky or whatever. You know, things.
Yeah, it looks like he enjoyed that one.
Like, wow, Daniel Craig's alive and awake.
He looks young. He looks like he's younger in that movie. Like
crazy. Okay, last bit of news.
Yes.
Do you remember, like 5 years ago, they said they were going to make a live-action Barbie movie
with what's her name, Amy Schumer?
Yeah, not happening.
Really?
Well, Barbie's happening, not with Amy Schumer.
Of course.
They're looking at Anne Hathaway now.
I might see
She's
that.
definitely a lot more Barbie-ish than Amy Schumer.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Amy Schumer has like this reputation around her now that you don't want to see.
She has this reputation of just... I don't even know.
She is just...
Can you define it? Can you define what Amy Schumer is now?
Slut jokes and stealing.
That's it, really.
She's gotten accused of stealing jokes like so much, and it's
like, hey guys, you want to talk about penises?
And you're like,
watch the Barbie movie.
And you're like,
I'm good, thank you.
I have children.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, and people are like dumb with her last Netflix special has like a crap rating.
Yeah. Well, you know what else has a crap rating? This is actually our last story before trailers.
Okay.
Death Note.
The movie?
The movie for Netflix.
Netflix? Aw, dang it.
At Comic-Con, and literally everyone hated it.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not on Netflix yet?
It's not on Netflix yet.
So
they showed it for fans, and nobody was happy.
Really?
Nobody.
Just like with the
Killing Joke.
The Killing Joke.
It's the Killing Joke of this year.
No, dang it!
I mean, people were like, "It's okay," but nobody said it was.
Because after you get past the Batman has sex with Batgirl part,
yeah,
it's an okay movie.
Yeah,
it actually is like a really decent animated movie.
Well, all the stuff that I saw for Death Note was everyone was trying not to reveal how much they didn't like it.
Because they didn't want to spoil it?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Sorry, anime fans. You just can't get one. Ghost in the Shell was boring. And
Go watch Castlevania, because people love that.
All right. We got some trailers. First off, Avengers Infinity War.
They have a trailer?
They showed it, and the only way you can watch it right now is with, cell phone camera footage.
Hidden footage.
Yeah, but it'll be out pretty soon, so we might as well talk about
it
now. Yeah. So, what do we think the Avengers trailer is?
How long have they been filming?
They've started early last year, I think.
So they've
got enough. And nobody said like the effects look bad or anything, so they've probably been working on it for a long time.
Here's what it's gonna be: Thanos is gonna walk into the screen and be like, "They want a war. I'll give them a war."
These puny humans. Who do they think they are?
And remember that guy who had like 8 hands and he was like, "You do not want to mess with the humans." And like, what's his face? Loki, I think, killed him or whatever.
Sure.
Someone killed him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was like his a little assistant.
Okay.
I'm serious. I'll show you.
Is that in Thor 1?
I don't know.
I've only seen the first Thor. I haven't seen Dark World.
No.
Yeah.
Well, Thor 2. I got a recent trailer too, I think, right?
No, Thor 3.
Or Thor 3, sorry.
Yes, they did get a new trailer. I heard it in front of Atomic Blonde. I didn't watch it. I listened to it. Sounded fine, I guess.
Doctor Strange is going to help them out in that movie.
Really?
Yeah. Remember at the end of Doctor Strange?
Oh my god. Stop it! Okay.
They have to go to New York to find their dad or something. So Thanos is gonna walk in this screen, and then there's gonna be like a flash of like not the Flash.
Yeah. That'd be trippy, man.
He's the 30th character.
That's what Flashpoint is.
He's the 30th character. He's like, I think I ran too fast. He's like, I ran to the wrong place, man. I'm sorry, guys. Let me turn around. I'm sorry.
Darth Vader's there. Wreck-It Ralph.
He's like, the internet. And then it shows like Captain America, and he's like in Wakanda, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Right now. So like, say, since I don't know.
No, he's not. Winter Soldier is.
Yeah.
They frozen. I don't know where Captain America.
At the end of the trailer, it shows like let's say like at the end of the trailer, it shows Winter Soldier's face, and he doesn't wake up just yet, but it, like right before you think he's about to wake up, it cuts.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be the end, and then you have Captain America, and he's hanging out with that blonde chick that he kissed in the last movie.
Yeah, his old girlfriend's granddaughter
that he loves now,
which was very strange.
Which was like
very
forced in the
like,
movie.
Really strange.
Yeah. And so they're like, what do you like to do? And he's like, I like reading old war things because it reminds me of like when I was in the war.
Is he 4?
Well, he's only ever dated one girl.
Oh, you're saying this is his awkward.
He's like,
yeah,
I like to fight guys.
Hey, do you like reading the newspaper? And she's like, what?
I love reading the newspaper.
Wink, 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 wink,
wink.
wink. And then and then Iron Man comes out and he's like, Underoos! And then just Thanos falls from the sky and squashes him. He's just dead right there.
Because Iron Man hates Captain America so much, he turns on the entire Avengers and the world. He's still so pissed at him.
Black Panther's there. He's like, what the heck am I doing here? Captain Marvel swoops in, and Rocket the raccoon is there, and he's like, what the heck are you? And she's like, I'm Captain Marvel. And
he's like, don't call me an animal. And she's like, I didn't do that.
And then Ant-Man's like, oh, Miss Marvel.
Oh, Miss Marvel. And then Doctor Strange shows up and he's like, let me reverse that, and goes back right
and his hands fall off and he's like, I need new hands. And Iron Man's like, I got you, cybernetic hands.
And so he uses like the gem or whatever, reverses time to before Thanos gets there, gets everyone in the room together, all like 30 some odd characters that are going to be the freaking movie.
Yeah. And Spider-Man's like, my aunt is hot. Here, look, I took a Snapchat of her.
On my Spidey cam. You guys like my Spidey cam?
You guys know about the Venom guy? Yeah, he'll be in this too. Why not?
And we don't actually see Venom, but in that 30-plus character shot, right?
Yeah.
There's just like a little bit of black goo, and there's going to be like, Easter eggs you missed in Infinity War. Is that Venom?
And Thor's going to be hanging out with Gamora, and he'll be like, I like green women. And she'll be like, nobody talks to me that way.
And then at the end of the movie, they're going to be making out. Okay.
Yeah, and Star-Lord will be like, what? I'm a god.
and then
this whole time
he's gonna kill what's his name, Vision, because the stone is in his eye.
Gotta get the stone.
So we know for a fact that he's gonna die.
Yeah, and Thanos is standing there and he's like, you guys, are you supposed to be fighting me, not each other?
Not each other.
Loki's like, isn't it the best? The whole plan is to make them fight each other. Then the villain from Captain America Civil War is like, isn't it the best? The whole plan is to make them fight each other. And
we're like, wait a minute.
Ultron's there and he's like, whole plan is to make them fight each other.
We're like, wait a minute.
And Quicksilver comes back to life and he's like, on your left. And Hawkeye's like, what? And then he dies.
And then he can't catch a bullet.
And it just... Infinity War.
And then it shows like whenever, because like they showed like early test footage, like him picking up the gauntlet, and he's like, it's time to fight.
Right.
And he has all the gems, right?
Civil War, I think.
And he has all the gems, right?
Right.
And he goes up to Captain America, and everyone's like beaten down, right? Yeah. And Spider-Man's like, I'm doing the motions as if he's trying to get in his face right now. He's like, flip, and he goes in to crash him, and he's like, bam, splats him away. Everyone is like falling, and everyone's fighting as hard as they can, and it looks so sad. And he goes down there, and he's trying to crush Captain America, and in that scene, he flips Captain America over, right, and uses his hand.
Oh my god, Anthony!
pulls down his pants and says, "Nice underoos," and pushes it in. End of the trailer.
We also have a trailer for Ready Player One.
Oh, that got a trailer?
Yes,
that's been in works for like 2 years now.
Yep. We got a trailer for Ready Player One. So here's what I think it opens with. It opens with some 80s song,
And the kid is listening into a cassette tape.
He's got cassette tape. He's got old headphones. And he's like, the year is 2198. What's up? Video games have taken over the world by storm. It's just like World of Warcraft, but with Steven Spielberg movies. And he's got, his VR goggles. And he's like, time to go wire in. And he
And then, do you know what, there's this anime called Sword Art Online, where it's like a VR game, and they all get trapped in the VR world, and they can't leave.
And it's just a bunch of cute anime girls with illogically large breasts and schoolgirl outfits.
Well, besides that, like in every anime,
okay.
They're basically in a sword fighting video game, right? And it's a VR thing, and they put on the VR headset, right? But they can't log out. They go to their login menu and stuff. It's like in the future, right?
Yep.
And they're like, "Yo, can you guys log out?" And they're like, "No." And
they're like, "If you die in the game, you die for real."
Yeah.
Is that a line in the show?
I think he basically says so people in the first month of the video game, people start to commit suicide because they're like, I guess I'm trapped here. You have to get to floor 100 and beat the boss or you're dead.
Okay, well, we're not talking about Sword Art Online. Get your weeb nonsense out of here. We're talking about Ready Player One.
I'm just saying, what if that's happened?
American Western movies, Anthony.
What if that happens?
Okay, fine, whatever. So he's plugged into the thing. Okay, so it's got a shot of him looking at a wasteland. And like a Wally wasteland, and he puts not like Wally World, but like Wally Wasteland, like the movie Wally, and he puts on his virtual boy or whatever, and then
virtual boy,
and you get the shot of it going,
because that's what he has.
Yeah, and it goes from the garbage world to whoa, it's the 1980s, and it's got and he hops in a DeLorean, and he flies around.
It's a Seinfeld soundtrack, but mixed with "Crawling in My Skin" by Linkin Park.
So he's in his DeLorean, and his cute little girlfriend, who we find out later is actually digital. I haven't read the book, so none of these are spoilers.
Yeah,
we just let you know, by the way, in case this actually does happen, which it probably does. So he finds out later his girlfriend's digital, but he's hanging out with her.
Oh no, that'd be actually really sad.
She's like Wild Style from Lego, and
she was a real person.
Yeah, sure, whatever. But she's
like
a an alternative, an inkling girl or whatever.
And he's like. He looks at her. He's like, "This is she's so cool."
So they have a drag race. He's in a DeLorean, and she's in like an X-wing or something.
Whoa!
Yeah, and they go flying.
Do they have to do it?
I have no idea. I know there have to be 80s references.
All I know is that in Ready Player One, there is, and when he gets the final boss, he has to recite all of Monty Python's The Holy Grail.
Are you serious?
And he only has 3 chances to mess up.
Wow. Okay. So they're going on a drag race, and then all of a sudden they get struck by a falling Molly Ringwald from the Breakfast Club. She just falls and knocks the DeLorean out of the sky.
And then out of her pocket comes 16 candles. And you're like,
wait
a minute, what?
And the DeLorean rolls around on the ground, and he gets out, and E.T.'s there, and he's like, "Hey man, how are you?" He's learned better English.
But he is because there's so many aliens and so much cool stuff. He's like a janitor.
Yeah.
No one cares about E.T.
And Spielberg's like, "Man, I can't believe I have to make a sequel to E.T. I never wanted to do this, but whatever. I guess I'm making Ready Player One." He's in the movie because Spielberg is the '80s, so he's just hanging out, and he's like, "Hey man, what's up?"
Remember when I did this one movie?
Yeah, and George Lucas is there too. He's like, "Hey Steve, how's it going? You want to put some more Star Wars aliens in the background there? We can put in some Star Wars.
You want to put Jib Jab?
Yeah.
Remember Jib Jab from the third movie?
Put IG-88 in there. Why not?
Remember Jib Jab? Everyone remembers Jib Jab.
Jib Jab. Jib Jab.
Jib Jab.
Jib Jab. Jib Jab. And
that's the trailer. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah. And okay. Last one we got is Pacific Rim Uprising. I don't know anything about Pacific Rim. You don't know anything about it. They're aliens and they fight robots, right?
Charlie Day is walking down a hallway.
A neon hallway.
And he's walking really fast.
Yeah.
And he's got glasses on and he's sweating. Yeah. And he's
robot sweat.
He's not a robot in the movie, I can guarantee you.
Well, he's got Well, I guess robot sweat is like milk from Alien.
Milk.
Whenever the cyborg starts sweating like milk.
Oh yeah. You're like, what is going on? But you're so engaged that you're just like, yeah, I'll accept this.
Yeah. Sure, milk. Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
So he's sweating milk running down the hallway.
And he looks like he's got like important information.
Yeah.
And he goes.
What's the information, dude?
It's how to stop the other rims.
Oh, but what's the information?
It's
to stop the Atlantic Rim.
Yeah, it's the Indian Ocean.
That's what's uprising.
Yeah, it's
rising up. The Indian Ocean, the water itself is rising.
Yeah,
up.
And so he knows how to.
He's like, oh no, we're gonna.
He knows how to use the robot in a specific way. He got the codes, and he's like,
no, wait. So you're right, but the water's rising. So he's like, we can't stay on Earth anymore. We gotta go. We gotta go to another planet. So
and he knows how to go to
with the robots.
Yes.
And they get there and they go to the aliens from the first movie's home planet.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So that's what
and that's why he's sweating, is because he's behind alien closed doors, and they gave him a cloaking device, and now he looks like the aliens. So he's super. Right, if he gets caught, if he gets caught, he's done. He's done. That's like the sound they make, I guess.
You know what they say? Space, no one can hear you scream.
That's the sound that I want them to make.
Okay.
I don't even care if they made it in the first movie. Like that, but people will pick the differences from Pacific Rim to Pacific Rim 2. In the first movie, they went "agadoo-gadoo," and this one they went
We don't know anything about Pacific Rim.
And anyway, he gets to the control room and he's about to enter the key, and an alien goes, and he holds his hand out, asks to stop him, and walks over to him, and all of a sudden it's a girl, and she's in a cloaking device, and she's
a cutie,
and she is. She wants Charlie Day.
She
wants Charlie Day. She goes, I saw Fight Club or whatever that movie was. The teacher,
Fist Fight.
She goes, I saw Fist Fight with Ice Cube. She goes, I saw that movie. She goes, I've seen every episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but he's trying to sing character, so he goes, I don't know what you're talking about.
The camera's rolling right now.
And so basically he just passes her number and like his dressing room code.
I was like, what? This is so real.
This is so real. Like, so basically they edit that out.
They got rid of all the aliens and robots fighting. It's just a love story between real Charlie Day and this girl he met on set of Pacific Rim while filming.
And now they're married. Yeah. But anyway, and she's like, not now. Like, they'll notice if you do it now. And so like the entire scene is like suspense, and then and like right as he is like about to be like, I think I can put it in, he walks up and like bam, an alien is right there and goes and he's like Uggy boogie boo, and he says it from
to the camera.
He's right,
and it's like December 2018.
Wait, so it got a trailer though?
Yeah, like apparently they've just been making it and nobody has known.
Oh,
it's like 10 Cloverfield Lane or something.
Okay.
All right, so throw us your one bit of music news, buddy.
So we got a couple things. There was a music festival in Barcelona.
Oh, Pokemon Go festival.
No, you little goober goo, you little, Zoe Deschanel lover.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find my notes. I'm sorry. Here we go. So, Barcelona Music Festival, they had to evac 20,000 people.
Whoa.
Yeah, apparently there was like a fire.
That's not good.
Yeah, but as far as I know, there was like quite a few deaths.
Wow.
So that was not good. And now on to even more depressing news, which actually isn't true. SoundCloud!
Woo!
Guess who's going out of business?
SoundCloud!
We covered this a little bit last time.
I didn't even bother to renew my monthly thing for August. Like, forget it.
You guys aren't.
We're just going with you two.
Yeah. We got.
I'll get us on iTunes at some point.
Yeah, it's so sad because we got our Humble Beginnings on there, and everyone uses that. And like, there's like rappers who's gotten big, like Lil Yachty, who has like,
like a Sprite soda,
an endorsement deal for Lil Yachty.
Yeah, I mean, who would think he went from SoundCloud to Sprite?
SoundCloud, Sprite, SoundCloud.
Sprite.
SoundCloud Sprite.
Yeah, why don't they just have Sprite save SoundCloud?
Chance the Rapper. I'm working on the SoundCloud thing. Releases one song.
Fixed.
Is it saved yet? No. That's not how this works. So what's
happening with SoundCloud? Go ahead.
We got more details on exactly what happened.
Okay.
They fired like more than 50% of their staff, just to keep operations going. Have you seen? It's like they spent money like they had Google offices, like lavish offices, right? Yeah. Not lavish, but more than they needed to spend. Like little money that just like went away, kind of thing, you know. And you were like, you're not Google though. Their investors pulled out. There's no one cares anymore. There's no investors. There's like a little bit left, and they're not going to be able to keep the company running. Like Twitter, Spotify, and like so many other YouTube has looked into buying it, and they went, we can't. Yeah. We can't make this
profit. You're not getting an angel here.
Yeah, we can't. Like they looked at it, like seriously looked at it. They're like, we can't turn a profit.
It's so interesting though, because SoundCloud's been around for a while.
This
whole story feels like just any other startup. You know
it's like a long time coming though. It's apparently for SoundCloud, it's been like a long time coming. For like the past year, there's been reports like this, but now they've like apparently like they had like fire like a lot of their staff and stuff like that, and like their offices are closing down, and like they released pictures of like the empty offices, and it's like scary. It's like spooky. It's like this was the company. Like this was a running company that made some money. Like how did you feed your children at night? Like no one is like being able to add any of this stuff up. It's so weird, but it's kind of sad because no one's gonna be able to like. It'll be up. I think the site will be up. You can't just like delete a website, but
right? Yeah, or it's at least be on one of those time machine sites or something.
Yeah, but as far as SoundCloud being what it is, like you pay and do it, SoundCloud go, you're not gonna get that anymore.
Sorry, everyone.
SoundCloud is you can't upload anymore. Probably it'll be like Vine.
Yeah.
It'll like shut down. You'll be able to like look at whatever was on there, but as far as like downloading anything or you can't do that anymore. So it's sad because we got our humble beginnings on there, and most people did. A lot of people.
Everybody did.
It's easy to get on there.
Everybody did, Anthony.
Everyone.
Yeah,
everyone.
Everyone's been on SoundCloud at some point in their life. It's
even like
Facebook.
Even like I remember in 7th grade, I like would listen to music on SoundCloud because like they had like a download feature. They had it like for some things, but I would like bookmark like anime theme songs that I liked and stuff. Shut up! This is 7th grade.
7th grade Anthony's a loser.
And I hadn't seen like those bookmarks forever until we got those Chromebooks at our school, and like those bookmarks were on my Chromebook, and I was like, "What the
You're like, oh my
hell?"
It's the SoundCloud theme song to Sword Art Online.
I was like, what do you mean that I was like, how did they have this? I was like, this was when I was at Burning North. Like, what? What the hell? How did this transfer over? I was just super confused, but it happened.
Is that it for music news?
That's it, yeah. Like,
all right.
SoundCloud's dead.
Well, we got some quick questions. I hope you guys are still with us after this long Comic-Con filled episode. Anthony, which video game boss has killed you the most?
Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2.
What happened? What was it like?
He changes up his pattern of fighting so much, and he's just like, he's known to be very difficult.
Interesting. For me, it's probably something on like the GameCube. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I couldn't think. I usually don't get to the boss. Like, I don't get that far. I'm not very good at video games. Okay. Here's a fun one. You're the last of 1,000 males left on Earth. What's the first thing you do in a female-dominated new Earth?
Start a band called War on Men. And be like, this is against the wage gap on men.
The wage gap against you.
Yeah. And I just start
War on me.
I'd be like, I'm a meninist, and like it'd be cool to be a meninist at that point because it'd be acceptable. Even though I think it's the most disgusting thing in the world to like be a meninist because it's just as dumb as being a feminist, but not being a feminist, but being a feminazi, which is what meninists are.
I would start a podcast called One Skinny Dude.
Because you think that I would be the dead one?
Well, yeah, it's a question for me. If I was the last male on
No,
Earth.
there's 1,000 left. I could be one of those.
No, it says you're the last of 1,000 males left on Earth.
I could be one of those 1,000.
Okay.
And our show would be so popular because
we would be. There are no two. We're the only two skinny dudes left.
And therefore, you'd get like 1 billion girlfriends.
Rad, man. It's like Children of Men or something.
Yeah, you'd have a trajillion girlfriends.
Okay, Anthony. What is the cringiest thing you've seen a student do in middle school?
Oh my god, this is a hard one. There's like so crying. There's so many.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Crying in middle school.
I got a B on my quiz. I'm gonna cry.
You said I would have a chance to make it up to you, and you said the B wouldn't affect my grade.
I can't imagine being in middle school now with like all the meme kids.
Oh my.
Meme culture.
My name is Jeff, right? Anyone? My name is Jeff?
I remember I went to PAX, and I don't know anything about video games, but I went with my buddy Kaylor.
Hey.
And we were there, and we were waiting in line to get like our passes, and there were 2 other groups of people with us. There was someone who was cosplaying as a Overwatch character.
Okay.
And there was this group of middle school girls behind us, and one of them, she couldn't have been older than like 12.
Yeah.
And she had, the cat earphones.
Oh no.
She was wearing them.
That's like my older sister Alex.
Yeah. And she went, "That's Overwatch. That's Overwatch right there." And Kayla we got our passes immediately and left away. And Kayla was like, "That's not going to be us."
I remember in middle school a kid named John Krieg. I don't even care about giving his name out.
Name drop.
Sorry if you get harassed. I don't even think he's probably in the wilderness now, living his life as a hermit. So no one's ever as a wolf. He'd probably transfer on every level except for physical. I am a wolf. He went up to the assistant principal and said, "Want to check out my pocket knife?" Got 3 months AC.
Anthony.
There's so many, honestly, we could have a whole episode on cringy middle school moments because we've all been a part of one.
Yeah.
Middle school is just so, it's hard. It's hard to think of the cringiest.
But. Anthony, what do you think is man's greatest invention?
Electricity. Because it fuels a lot.
Yeah. I usually say microchip.
Yeah?
I feel like microchip is a big one. But, I mean, everyone says it's the written word. Ooh, good for them. Oh, freaking Mesopotamians inventing language. Good. Oh, they thought they were so cool. You know what, Mesopotamians? I could beat you in a talking about things competition. You'd be like, "Look, dirt," and I'd be like, "Ooh, I could tell you that dirt grows plants, and plants use."
But they could write about it. They could be like, "Dirt."
They'd be like, the cuneiform for dirt is bleh.
But
And I'd be like, okay.
That's nice. That's sweet. That's sweet that you think you matter.
What genre of music has the worst fan base?
Oh, that's a hard one.
What do you think, Anthony? What do you think? I got mine.
Yeah?
K-pop.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's that's a big one right there. They have a pretty bad fan base. Another one, country music.
Yeah, for real.
Because I feel like country stars are some of the nicest people, but their fans are some of the worst people.
And the thing is that they only listen to country music.
Oh,
that's it. It's just country music. It's not like they're not well-rounded. It's not like I listen to country music.
And some pop and stuff like that.
I mean, the way it works is either you listen to country music or you listen to everything
I had
else.
a conversation about this with someone. I was telling him how they get, people who listen to country music give that rap music a bunch of crap, and I listen to a lot of rap and hip hop music, a lot, more than I should. It's a problem. I know a lot of SoundCloud rapper. I know if there's a rapper out there, if I don't know him, I'll get to know him, and then I know a lot of rappers. It's ridiculous. But I made a point that country music stars talk about the same thing that rappers do, but just slower and with more alcohol. Yep. And they just say it a little bit sweeter, "I'm gonna have sex with you, girl, because I love you, girl," is the same as "Come on closer, girl, and dance me up the stairs so I can get you into your bed." It's the same thing.
Well, there ain't no party like a free party, and after the party is the after party and the parking lot party.
Yeah, they just talk about parties, they talk about beer, they talk about their wife leaving them. Everyone talks about the same thing.
It's the exact same thing, over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. It's ridiculous.
Well, I'll say stadium country I don't really like nowadays. There's some, like, people, like, I really feel bad because, like, there's this, like, my girlfriend, she listens to, like, a lot of country, and so does her family. Her mom listens to pop music, though.
Yeah.
Which is, like, she, like, likes 5 Seconds to Summer. And, like, if you're listening, I'm calling you out. They suck. They don't even play their own instruments. They've been exposed for that many times.
You're saying your 5 Seconds to Summer is listening?
No.
I don't think that's going to be
No, if my girlfriend's mom is listening. They suck. They don't play their own instruments.
Sorry, Callum. Or is that One Direction?
That's
5 Sauce?
I think that's 5 Sauce.
Okay. Sorry, Callum. Anthony thinks you suck.
Yeah, you can't play your own instruments. It's been proven that you don't lead your own vocals. Like, get out of my face. But, like, there's this guy called Chris Young and Brent Young. They're two different people, and I don't think they're related. They just have the same last name. But they have good voices, and they have some good songs and stuff like that. But they're not stadium country, so they don't get listened to a lot. And so, like, the stadium country, like, Shake It For Me, that song is the worst. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's this song, I think it's a Luke Bryan song where he goes, shake it for the birds, shake it for the bees, shake it for the, I forget the words, something. He basically says, shake it for whatever, like, shake your ass for whatever is moving.
Anthony, what fictional place would you most like to go? What fictional place would you most like to shake your ass to?
That's a tough one. I'm not.
I got one. Yet. Hogwarts. Easy.
Hogwarts.
It probably. Check out a playthrough of Harry Potter. First episode will come out tomorrow.
It'll be nice.
Yeah.
It'll be nice, boyo.
We haven't recorded it yet, but I'm sure it'll be great. Go ahead.
Hogwarts would be nice. I think that I would like to go to.
I like Pokemon World.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay, I was thinking about
Screw
Pokemon,
you.
Right?
Yeah.
So, if we lived in Pokemon World...
we'd be Pokemon trainers for like 8... I would have been a Pokemon trainer for 8 years now.
No. If we lived in Pokemon World, I don't think Pokemon would be that big of a deal.
Because of course they would.
Yeah, we'd just be like, oh, look, it's a bird that spits acid or something.
And we would have catched it in a ball. I'd be like, this is my buddy.
We treat it just like a deer or something.
Yeah, but like, oh, look, there's one called Deerling. Oh, look, a Deerling.
Great.
Oh, look. We wouldn't care. We'd catch them in balls and we would revolve our life around them just like we do animals.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Pokemon.
But the thing is that you leave at 10 to start your adventure.
Right.
So like we would have been training for 8 years now, and I can guarantee I would have been the champion of the world. I would have so much money. I'm just telling you, like, that's not to gloat.
Just letting you know.
I'm just letting you know that's like I would have been the best.
Okay. When you were a kid, what movie did you always watch?
That's a tough one because we didn't have like cable that well. We had some we had like basic cable, but like I used to get like my mom used to work at this place, and so like after school we'd go there and wait till like 7 o'clock to go home. So like after like 2:45 we'd just go there and watch the same VCRs and stuff like that. So I'd always watch like a bunch of the Scooby-Doo movies, like Cyber Chase and Loch Ness Monster and stuff like that.
Rad. Scooby-Doo is mine. Scooby-Doo 2.
Yeah?
Monsters Unleashed.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie more than I've seen like anything else. Anthony, last question.
Okay.
What would be the worst place or event to DJ?
Warped Tour.
Warped Tour? What's that?
You know what Warped Tour is?
No.
Came to San Antonio. It's like Black Veil Brides plays there, and it's like that one that...
Hot Topic.
It's Hot Topic, the convention for music.
I got
Jess
you.
went there.
I think...
Because, like, basically... Oh, no, you know what would be awful? If in between, like, really good artists, like Beyonce, Diplo, John Mayer, you're like, one of these things is not like the other.
Slumdog the Ski Mask.
Ski Mask the Slump... God, I swear to Jesus, I will hit you.
I know it. No, this is the answer.
What?
This is the worst event to DJ.
What's that?
Larry the Cable Guy's wedding.
Oh my God. Which one? Which wedding?
Now that's funny.
That's fun. That's fun shit right. I don't care who you are. That's fun shit right there.
even though it's not funny, but me saying that's funny will make you think, well, that's funny.
Well, that's funny. And me and my friends, ooh-wee, we're redneck as hell, even though we got millions of dollars right now.
Anthony, give them some advice so we can stop wasting their time.
Thank you for checking us out. Subscribe, I guess.
No. We're never saying subscribe on the show.
Sorry.
Advice. Brush your teeth. Something like that.
Oh, this is a good one. Pop your blisters.
Good.
Have a nice day.